Hey, what's going on? So, welcome back to Cam's Astrology. And I know I'm in where the hell am I at? I'm in the closet. It's peaceful in here. So, I think I'm gonna be doing my videos here for a little bit. If you see this, yeah, that is calamine lotion. Every year, I get this breakout around my neck, sometimes on my hands, or I used to get them on my arm, but it's clearing up. So don't judge me. It's calamine lotion. I don't ever have this good a time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So moon, we're doing moon. Continuing with the moon and Taurus through houses series, and we're gonna be doing the moon in the first house in the sign of Taurus. Moon in the sign of Taurus in the first house, and this is for like if you have all the planets, right? We just think that most of us think that astrology is just you being your sun sign, and you couldn't be further from the truth. That's what I thought for years. You have a sun, you have moon, all the planets, all the way up to Saturn, depending on which system you use. Vedic astrology goes go up to Saturn. Western astrologists they do all the planets, all the way to Pluto, and so. But this is for both. It's for both. That's the good thing about this. So I try to put both systems in my videos because some people follow one, some follow the other one. So Moon and Taurus in the first house. First, I like to say that this is, everybody knows, most people know this is exalted position. I have this position for Moon because Taurus is a very stable sign. It's the most stable sign to me, you ask me. It's an earth sign, and your mind is, if I can give you an analogy, it's a continuous wave of thoughts. It's an ocean, continuous waving ocean. In an ideal world, you want that ocean to go slow and steady. And that's what Taurus is. That's why it's exalted here. So from experience, I can tell you that whoever has this placement, like, you are blessed. You are blessed with the ability to take shit, take life, and just how you think about things. Even if it may throw you off, you always come back. You always come back to that peace of mind, that grounded Taurus, the fixed earth. You always come back to that fixed earth. So your emotions are never like thrown off. It's very, very difficult to make that happen for people who have moon in Taurus in general. It's hard as shit to throw them off their shit, to get them in their feelings, because that ocean is in a fixed place and it's in an earthy, heavy place. So it's hard to throw them off their shit. But once you do, that infamous bull comes out, because Taurus is the bull is one of the animals related, is the animal related to Taurus. And so when you throw them off and you fuck with them, or when you and disturb them in any way, like a regular bull, you disturb the bull, you mess with it, you mess with its peace of mind. Here we'll be talking about, then that bull comes out. And I know when I get mad, my nose get all big like a bull, I get all sweaty, I start breathing fast, and it's hell trying to calm me back down. So, but with this placement, moon is in the first house in the sign of Taurus. So that's a little bit how the moon in Taurus operates already. And what I like to do is talk about peace of mind. I believe that the energy, all the planets are energies. Energy of the moon is the energy that shows your peace of mind, because it's your thinking, it's your thoughts, it's your emotional response, it's your how you take it, because the moon reflects. See, the sun projects, so the moon takes it all in, and from that it'll respond. So that's something that the moon is. The moon is your mother. The moon is your how you were nurtured, you being nurtured, and you nurturing other people. Those are the basics. And so, Cancer, you look at Cancer because that is the sign ruled by the moon, and it's in the third house. So your moon, so you're starting with Taurus in the first house, then who's that? Gemini in the second, then there's Cancer in the third house. So what's happening is the moon is bringing the activities of the third house into the first house. And the third house is, first of all, the big thing is communication. It is the house of your siblings, younger siblings, your education, your elementary education, your local community, like where I stay, like it's my immediate surroundings, my neighbor, my small group of friends, my close friends. It is the house where you make a connection to somebody through the mind. It's the house of your efforts when you put in work. It's a house where you put in work to something. So all of those activities I just said are coming into the first house and serving the agenda of the first house. The first house is you. It's the, in my opinion again, it is the most important house. Because without you, nothing else is going to exist, like you don't exist. So yeah, that's why it's the first. It's the house of you, your body, your appearance, your projection to the world, how you want other people to see you. Now, how they gonna pick you up, how they gonna see you, how you want them to see you. Your first impression. When people first meet you, that first thing they think about you. That's the first house. The first house is your temperament, like your overall mood. When you post on Instagram, when you post or something like that, it'll say mood and it'll have a picture. That's the first house. That's your temperament, your mood at any given time. It is your orientation to life in general. It is it's a Kendra house, and it's a Dragon house. Kendra is four of them. Those are the most strongest houses in anybody's chart. First, fourth, seventh, and tenth. See, they're the flower of the chart. It's what the chart stands on. Then Kendra or Dragon houses are the first, fifth, and ninth. These are the dharmic houses, Dharma. These are the houses that show you, okay, this is what you should be doing on your spiritual path or whatever you want to be. It's the house. These are the houses where you feel like I should be doing these things. I have to do these things to follow the righteous path. And the first house is the only one that's a dragon and gained the house. Very powerful house, most powerful. And you have the exalted moon here. I love this position. It's a great position. And so your peace of mind comes in when you are communicating about yourself in a stable way. Your communication, this is a placement where communication defines you. The style of communication, what you're talking about, even if you're not talking, it always defines you. It defines you. I don't know how else to put it. It is what your personality is based off of. Communication, everything I said. Communication, relationship with the siblings define you. They mold your behavior based off whether it's good or bad. It's going to come from them. It's going to come from that group of friends you like. Like you're like your friends. Your personality is another thing that the first house is your personality, not the expression of it like the fifth house, just your personality, your persona, okay? That is all molded and built off of communication, writing, Instagram, phone calls, text, Facebook, cinema, television. All of those things are also the third house. And those things, being involved with those things defined your personality. That's where your peace of mind comes in. That's where it comes from, the third house things. So if you like bickering if you're always bickering with your little sister or something like that, you're gonna be like, in your head, which is the moon, you're gonna be thinking, man, I'm a fucked up person, or she did this thing to mess me up, and then from that, your personality will be, you know, based off of those things. So you could take that either way. Like you could be, bigger with the your groups, your friends, or something like that, and then you go out into the world as a bickering person because of how your friends were. It's just an example of it. So your peace of mind is based off all of the third house things, and realizing that those are the things that define your entire life. And you come to peace with those things, with communication. People like this, these are good actors. These are good placement for actors, people who are in like Instagram, big on Instagram, or big on like social media, people who like to who are inclined towards that life, because all the third house things are coming to you: the cinema, the TV, the phone calls, communication, social media, all of these things that come into you now. They're always going to find you somewhere, somehow. And you can make peace with these things, or you can make them, let them, throw you off and make you a messed up person. But because the moon is exalted here, in most cases, these people, they'll have those experiences, whether they're good or bad, but they still come out exalted. They'll come out on top of it, and it keeps their mind stable. And then that's what defines them. They project that to others. Like, man, you go through a lot, or you do a lot of writing, or you be on this, or you be on the book a lot, or you be on Instagram a lot, and blah, 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 and stuff like that. And what you get from that, more than times likely, is going to be a good thing. But if it's a bad thing, it's going to come out good, because moon is in a stable place. So this example here, this is an example for people who are constantly bombarded on, I don't know, Facebook about they might get defamed, something like that. And then but how they react, how they respond to those things, which is the moon. It's very stable. It's very lovely. It's very, calm, all the things that Taurus is. And people pick that up about them, and they project that to the world. So these people, like, they're very well liked people for their steadfastness on not letting social media, relatives, not relatives, but like cousins and your little siblings, like the community, what's going on TV, affect them and throw them off. Even though it defines them, they take their personality, mold their personality from those things. They come out with beautiful personalities, very stable, sensual, artistic people that are not thrown off by it. And then, so that's a little bit about it. So much more. And then the aspect, I had some on my paper, I was going to read it to y'all, but the seventh aspect, from the first house, is a harmony aspect. Every single planet, now this is Vedic astrology, every single planet has a seventh aspect. And moon, any seventh aspect is a harmony aspect. Whatever that planet is looking at, directly opposite of it, it has to harmonize, it has to harmonize with those things. Or life will call that planet to harmonize with those things. And moon, you count 7 places from the first house. You count inclusively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to end up at the 7th house. So it looks at the 7th house of other people, relationships, spouses, business partnerships, the marketplace where millions and billions of people are at. It's everybody else, basically. That's how I look at it. Everybody else. And, it's your relationship to everybody else as one, and it's your relationship to each individual at the same time, if you can understand it. So it's your relationship to all of those people collectively, just others, society. That's the 7th house. society's beliefs, and society do this, and it's society, believe this, and society said this, or they say this thing happens. When a quote comes and somebody be like, well, it's said that the grass ain't green on the side. They say that the grass ain't green on the other side. This is what I mean by they, just in general, people, everybody. And so the moon, which is your thinking, has to harmonize with other people in order to um, build a harmonizing relationship with them. It's going to be called to happen because moon is looking at that house. And if you're watching this and you're like, "Well, I don't agree with that. I don't believe you." Just watch what happens. Just like over your life, you're going to be called to harmonize your thinking with other people to make peace and balance relationship with society. If you don't rock with society, if you don't not a social person, then it'll be with your spouse, your husband, your wife. Just that other seventh house is also significant relationships. Whoever you have a significant relationship with, the other, this the opposite person. If it's not society at one, your mind, your thinking is going to have to harmonize with that other person in order to maintain balance, in order for the relationship to work. And with moon being in Taurus, it's just about happened because this is like the high of the moon. It is in its highest expression, like it's on cloud nine. It's a little bit about it. So I hope this helped. I will be going ape shit on videos from now on. When I start posting them, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because I'm doing this because there's so much, man. So much to astrology, and there's so many people out there. I know that it could help. And I just not only in my birth chart, but I feel like this is something I should be doing. I really want to do right now without being paid for it. I think that's my opinion. That's what you should do as far as a professional career. It's just my path. That's what I'm saying. It's my path to whatever I'm doing. I have to love it so much, be so obsessed about it or whatever, be so deep into it that I forget that it's my career. Like forget that, forget about the money, forget about the promotion. This is what I am obsessed in doing. This is what I love to do. And I have to feel that way about whatever I do. So I'll see y'all either later on tonight or tomorrow, probably sometime this week, definitely. Hope this helped. Peace.